Hello guys, this is Sandra here, and as you will know by the title, as always, today we're going to talk about an eyeshadow palette that I got for Christmas, and this is the With Love Cosmetics palette, and it's called the Natural One. So it just has this beautiful white packaging with some gold writing on it, but because of the lights, there we go, it's a bit easier to see if I sort of tilt it. It's really nice packaging, and when you open it, look at all the glitter. Da, 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 da. It has quite a nice size mirror as well, which is enough if you want to travel with it, although let's be honest, it's a glitter palette. I don't think it's anything that you necessarily want to travel with, but you know, each their own. And now I'm gonna jump into the tutorial and do this look, what you can see here, and yeah, then we can jump at the end into swatches of this palette and talking a bit about the brand and all that sort of thing. I'm gonna put some timestamps as well in the description box, so if you're not interested in a tutorial, just the palette, you know, it's up to you. But yeah, let's jump into the tutorial part. I already primed my eyes just with my usual Wet n Wild concealer and just set it with a cream coloured eyeshadow, as I always do with any kind of eye look. And then I'm gonna go in first with this lightest shade. I'm not sure it's gonna do much, but we're gonna start just with that in my crease. And yep, I thought it's not gonna do much, but I thought why not try all the matte shades that are in there. And obviously you can always pull in other palettes as well, but most of these glitter shadows, pressed glitters, are quite neutral in there, so you don't necessarily need it. Maybe with the purple one you can, but I think I might use the purple one today just because I'm wearing like a purpley, bluey, pinky checked shirt, so I might use this more purpley glitter. I'm just gonna build this cream shadow up just in my crease a little bit with a huge fluffy brush. And this is the Sigma E40 tapered blending brush. Nice and soft and fluffy. The next step, I'm swapping for a smaller blending brush, and this is the Real Techniques Defining Crease brush. And I'm gonna use this medium toned shade, and I'm not sure you can see, but there is a bit of a kickback in the palette on that shade. So it's nothing that, you know, other palettes don't do. I have more expensive palettes than do this. I mean, this one is not the cheapest either, but then you have 9 shades in there, so we will talk about that later on in the video. So I'm gonna just take this middle shade and deepen up my crease and the outer corner a little bit. Ooh, that's nice and pigmented. Nice warm toned brown. I do like a good warm toned eyeshadow. So I'm gonna put it there. And then go back with the brush we used before and blend it all together. Just swiping it. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more and just apply it a bit above my crease as well, so the colour is just nicely dispersed. Is that a word? I think so. And you know, I keep repeating it till I'm happy, just going back with a bigger Sigma brush and just blending it. And it is nice to keep my eyes a bit more open and just look straight in the mirror so I can see where I want to put that colour. Okay, can do the same on the other eye quickly. Yeah, as well, let me just show you. Like, hopefully you can see the kickback. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna focus on the top line. There is quite a bit. Again, nothing you can't work with as long as you tap off your shadow. Okay, and as a last step before we go in with the glitter, I'm going to use this deepest, really warm brownie shade on an even smaller brush. Is this clean? I think so. And apply it just in the outer corner and to deepen up the crease. Oh yeah, I like that. It's a bit more of like a reddy tone. And then again, go back in with the brushes we used before, just to diffuse it and blend it. And just keep building it up till I'm happy with it. I can always come back to it later after the glitter as well. And then just with this one to diffuse the edges. So far it's a bit of a sunset feeling, there's nothing wrong with that. I think I'm gonna go back in with that mid-brown shade as well. Oops, that one. Just to blend this here. And go back in with the big Sigma brush in the first shade as well. That really light one. Just to blend everywhere around the sides. And there's this one spot here where the shadow doesn't want to stick. There we go. That's better. There, I'm gonna just do the same on the other eye and then we go in with the glitter. Yay! Alright, thinking about it, I might try two glitters from here. So this more on the middle of my lid and then this slightly lighter one in the inner corner because it still has a slight orangey pinkiness to it. Whether it will work or not, I don't know. And generally, I only swatched one of these shadows before, this one. And I sort of had to press down with my finger to get like a good payoff, and then it's straight on stuck to my skin. And you will see it later as well. I'm gonna do a whole like swatch after this. But I'm interested to see, just for, you know, curiosity and being the makeup enthusiast I am, I'm interested to see if I can make it work with a brush, because if I can be a lot more precise with it, and I will probably go in with a synthetic brush. Something flat, let me see, something small and flat and synthetic, just because it's going to be easier to clean and I feel like it will have a better grip for the product. I'm going to use like a lip brush for the inner corner and a slightly bigger one for the rest of my lid. I don't think I can find like a really small one, but I feel like these might be better. So for my lid I'm going to just use this flat synthetic brush, and this is just a really old one from Avon. I had it for years and years, and whether it will work or not, I don't know. I might have to go back to my fingers, but I also went on the website. I don't know if they sell these in stores as well, but I guess we'll see. I could find it on their separate website, and it said that none of these glitters need a glitter glue to stay on, so that's great. We'll see how it, you know, adheres. But what I can tell from that one swatch is that I was washing my hands for ages and ages, and until I started really rubbing it, it was not even coming off with water, so that's a good sign. Now let's see if I can apply it with the brush. Yeah, so see, I don't know how much you're gonna be able to see. There's nothing on my brush yet. And when I press it down, it just really presses down like a putty. And again, there's nothing on my brush yet. Nothing at all. So I might have to do it with my finger. Let me see if I can press it down more. And sort of rub. Nope. Nope. It's not gonna work. As you can see, still, there's barely any bit of glitter in there. Whereas in the actual shadow, there's a proper dip now where I try to push in the brush. So I guess we just sticking to fingers. It's a bit of a shame, but never mind. and I sort of keep pressing it, and then you can see it does stick to my finger. So I'm just gonna... Oh, it feels sticky when I press it on the lid. Now, whether this will be pigmented enough on its own, or it's gonna be more of like a topper kind of thing, I guess we'll see. I definitely have to go back in more because I can still see skin there. Oh, there we go, that's a lot better. Oh, there's a bit on my crease, which I didn't want. Okay, it brushes away. Cool, we're good. And how it's going to blend with the shadow, I don't really know yet. We'll see if I can build it up more for it to be a bit more extreme, I guess. Okay, and then let's do it on the other eye. I have to say, I have no really glitter fallout under here, and it does stick to my eyes pretty well. As I tap it on, it feels a bit sticky. It's interesting. It's definitely quite a bit different from the Too Faced glitters that are in the... Oh, what is the eyeshadow palette called? Treasure? No, Pretty Rich. That's what it's called. It's definitely a different glitter formula. These ones are a bit more sticky. And I don't really want to rub it because I think that's when fallout might happen. I'm more just pressing and tapping it on. Now, I have a little bit more fallout on this side, but nothing massive. And I have a little bit on the crease here that seems to be fairly okay just to brush away, but that's my only concern because my eyes are a little bit hooded. I'm not sure how it's not going to transfer into the crease, but we're going to see. I'm going to just take a piece of paper to clean off my finger, and then I'm going to go in. Yeah, so see, even now as I try to rub it away, it's like sort of stuck on my finger. Oh, it's beautiful though, isn't it? So, you know, it takes a bit of effort to clean it off. And then in my inner corner, I'm gonna, as I said, go in with that middle shade that still has a bit of pinkiness to it. And I'm gonna just use my pinky finger for that. Okay, this seems to feel a little bit drier, but there's still loads of pigment on, well, not pigment, but glitter on my finger. And yeah, it definitely feels a bit sticky. Now, because I have to use my finger, it's definitely a bit harder to be really precise. So I have now a little bit on my lower lash line, which was not my intention, but never mind, and just sort of try to pat it together where the two meet. It's not the easiest to blend together, but I think it worked. Alright, so that's where we're at so far. What I might try to do, I might try to deepen up the outer corner just a touch. Going back with this brush, I also try to sort of brush across my crease there. I think the glitter went up a bit higher on that eye than on this eye, but I can't really control it that much. And see if I can just deepen up the outer corner a little bit more. See, I think this is where another few matte shades would help a lot to blend the outer corner, because this warm brown shade doesn't blend that well with the glitter. So let me show you what I mean. Not sure how easy it is to see, but you can see that here it doesn't blend that well because it's obviously a different kind of color, and you can see now there's a tiny bit of fallout here. There's no fallout there. And let me see if I can just, yeah, it brushes away fairly easily. Now it's not fully symmetrical, but there's nothing I can do. Let me see if I can adjust the brightness as well. Yeah, that might be better. Now I'm wondering how a liner would apply over it, and also I got the Kat Von D tattoo liner for Christmas, which I had before. I really like it, even though I'm not sure how I feel about the brand, and I wonder if it's gonna ruin it and I should use more liquid, like gel liner. But I might just go in with the Kat Von D anyway and see how a liner applies on top of it. I feel like more people use felt tip and what's it called, liquid liners than gel, even though I myself prefer a gel liner. But let's see how this works on top of it. And let's pray that I'm not ruining this. So I'm just gonna line my other eye. It worked fairly well, and then I'm gonna do my complexion, and I will be back for you at the end for some swatches and my opinions and all that fun stuff, basically. See you in a bit. Well, for you a second, for me a bit. There we go, guys. That's the finished look. So I definitely like how it looks, but let me zoom you in. I think this glitter will work better as a topper kind of glitter, if you know what I mean, rather than just trying to get the full-on color, just because I can already see it's getting a bit patchy. Now, I've been wearing it for about, what, 20 minutes, I would say, while I did the rest of my makeup, and it didn't really transfer a lot to my crease, so that's definitely good, but obviously I will have to see how it goes throughout the day. I can leave a comment in the description box or on the screen, I don't know, to see how it lasts till the end of the day. Now it's already, what's the time? 3:45. So, you know, it's not gonna be that late. I'll probably take it off around 8, 9. I definitely like how the eyes turn out, and I think with mascara and everything on, it's definitely a lot nicer than it was before. But I feel like these would work better as a topper kind of shade. Now, let me zoom you out and then we can talk a bit about the brand and the palette in general. As I said, we're going to talk a bit about this brand, and I never heard about this brand before. It's called With Love Cosmetics, and I went onto the website. I got this as a Christmas present, by the way. I will have a video coming soon. If it's not up yet, I think it's going to be up by the time you see this, or maybe not, I don't know. If it's up already, I'm going to link it. But basically I got it for Christmas, so I didn't necessarily want to see the price, but just for the sake of this video, I think it's $19.55. Let me just double check. So each palette costs $19.99, and I think that's quite a good price for it. You get 6 pressed glitters and 3 matte eyeshadows, and I feel like by looking at it, that's the theme for most of their glitter palettes. This is obviously called the natural one, but they have a pink one, a blue one, a purple one, and then they have other rainbow palettes as well, which I think are not just necessarily glitters. Let me just double check. So by the look of it, there's a palette that's called the cocktail palette that looks like more satin shades rather than just glitters. Yeah, I think that's a more like satiny kind of shades and loads of colors. It's quite beautiful. But the brand is cruelty free, and I don't know whether they are vegan. I couldn't really find anything about that, but the packaging is quite recyclable as well. So the palette itself comes with a sleeve just like that, and then you can just pull it out and then open the palette, and there you have it. So the palette itself and the brand itself is cruelty free. Whether it's vegan or not, I'm not too sure. I couldn't really find any information about that, but I read through the frequently asked questions as well, just to see what they say about the glitter and how it's best to use it. They say it doesn't need a glitter glue, and to be fair, I agree. So far, I don't really have any fallout. The little glitter that I have on my face is because I had to apply it with my finger, and I had a little bit going on my lower lash line. I was trying to clean it off and it didn't fully happen. So that's the only little glitter bit that I had going somewhere else, but other than that, it's quite good at not creating a lot of fallout, as you would have seen it in the tutorial part if you watched that. And they also said that all glitter in the palettes are cosmetic grade glitter, which is great. It's a lot safer for you to use. Now they still say it, I think every company does that really just to, you know, cover their tracks in case anything happens. That only use glitters around your eye for your own discretion, because at the end of the day it's still glitter. If it goes in your eyes, it can be still uncomfortable, and I don't think it can cause any huge damage. There are a lot of companies, as long as it's a cosmetic grade glitter, just because they are cut really differently from, let's say, craft glitter, so they are not sharp on the edges and all that sort of thing. So that's definitely good to know, because it's some brands like Colourpop as well. I'm pretty sure theirs is like cosmetic grade glitter, but you know how they say that it's not safe to use it around the eye area, and they say it on the website as well that, you know, use it at your own discretion, even though it's cosmetic grade glitter and they are not responsible for any injuries. You know, it never stopped me in the past, and it's not going to stop me in the future. I think. I mean, here I am sporting this. For the color selection, I will say it's really nice. The only color I don't fully understand there is this purpley one, which I went for today, just because it doesn't, I mean, it sort of does work with the color scheme, but then not fully, if it makes sense. And I think I'm gonna probably take this off, and then I can do some swatches on my arms. So let me take this off. So first, going in with the matte shades, I'm gonna go in with the lightest shade. The thing is, they don't have shade names, so, you know, I will just have to go in rows like that. So that's shade 1. You can't see it too much, but it's there. Shade 2. They are really nice and pigmented. I really enjoyed using them. And then we have shade 3. Now this might need a bit of build up. There we go. They are really, really nice. They blend easily on the eyes. They are, yeah, they are quite easy to work with, really. It's nothing hard. Let me get a wipe though. And we're gonna go in with the first glitter shade. Let's see. So you can see that just with one swipe, it gets quite strong. Then the second shade in the middle row, that's more of like a true gold kind of color, and you can drag them a bit more once you apply them. And then the third shade is quite a nice coppery color as well, but it's a bit different from the first one. It's a bit more red. It's a little bit darker than that one. You can see that's a bit brighter. And then there's this shade in the third row, which is again quite coppery, but this is a bit more brown toned and still a bit darker than the previous one. So you can see all the shades there, and we have 2 more shades left. I just need to clean my fingers. Oh, so as I was swatching it, that chunk fell out from the middle, no, from the side shade, but I think we can, oh yeah, you can just press it back in and you're good. So that's good to know. If you have a bit of a chunk falling out, don't worry, we can press it back in. And then I'm gonna swatch the 2 shades as well that I have on my eyes today. So this is the shade I have in the inner corner of my eyes. There we go. And then the purpley shade that I feel like is a bit of a weird choice. Oh, that was bad. Hold on. We can do a better job than that. There we go. Are they the most perfect swatches in the whole universe? No, but never mind, you can still see everything. The colors are really, really pretty. You can see these are obviously glitter, really reflective. Now, it will be really tough for me to remove, I can already tell you that much. But they look really, really nice. And I would definitely say that even from my hand, you can see that. You can definitely see, well, my hairy arm, excuse that, we all have hair. And little bits of skin like peeking through in every, you know, between like every few glitter. So while it's beautiful and it's mesmerizing to look at it, I would definitely say that I think these will work better with a similar shade shadow under it, and then this one just to add for a bit of a glitz, but it's quite hard to build it up, and that's what I tried to do today on my eyes. And yeah, I find that can be a bit tricky from time to time to do that, but they work quite well. And yeah, so far it haven't moved into my crease, which is amazing. That's already a lot more than I can say for some other shades. Now again, I will leave it in the description box or on the screen how it held up throughout the day. But yeah, I quite like it, and I'm quite impressed. Again, it's a brand I haven't heard before. Now let me show you though that these are quite like a putty sort of texture, meaning that when you press your finger in, they are really soft. I tried to show it to you before, I'm not sure how easy it is to see, but look at how there is a dip in all the shades now, and that's mostly from swatching. I used those two shades on my eyes today, and I think this is the one that I swatched before, but other than that, the others, these three were untouched before, and they look like there's a dent in them now. And if I show you, not sure you're gonna be able to see, but look, it like moves around, and then obviously there's all this pigment now on my finger. So I would say that's the easiest way to use it, is just to press it down. But I really, really like it. Like, the shades are stunning, and I think I would definitely, you know, spend my money on either this or on other colors as well. I think it can be quite nice to spice up some looks, and I will definitely try it more. And this is more like a first impressions kind of thing. I would definitely try it more just to see how it works on top of an eyeshadow when it's like a similar color, and then add a bit more glitz that way. Now obviously, because these don't really work with the brush, it's not gonna be something that you can use as a glitter liner unless maybe you take some out and mix it with a mixing medium. It might work that way, but you know, you can use all sorts of other glitters for that. I think this is more just like a topper kind of palette, and it works beautifully. I'm definitely looking forward to using it more, and I'm quite interested now seeing it, trying their other palettes where it's not only about glitters, and I think they do press glitters by themselves as well, just like as a single pen. And they do sell Z palettes as well, so if you don't have one, or if you wanted one, they're in quite good price as well. They're around the £10 mark, which I'm pretty sure is like the normal Z palette as well. Yeah, excuse the glittering on my fingers. But I think that if everything is this quality... Oh, there's a bit of glitter in my hair now. Great. But I definitely think it's worth the money, and I'm quite interested in trying their other palettes as well, where you have more of these matte shades and then more satiny kind of colors, not the glitters. Because if the quality is anything like this, it's really, really good. And the mattes are so buttery soft. They remind me of the formula of... What shadows have that formula? The Becca Volcano Goddess palette had those really soft buttery mattes. And I had something else, but I can't remember what it is. I don't know, but it's just like a really nice buttery soft formula. They blend easily, they were not patchy, and you could see I blended out in like no time at all. It was really amazing. Also, what I wanted to say, I will leave everything else that I used on my face in the description box below. So if you wanted to know what I'm wearing on my face, or you know, whatever, you will know. It will be linked down below because I only did my eyes. But I think that's gonna be it for now. I'm gonna go, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing. It would mean so much to me. But for now, I'm gonna go, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Also, if you tried anything from this brand, so again, they are called With Love Cosmetics, please let me know. I would love to know if you tried anything, and if so, was it good, was it bad, what's worth trying? Because again, as I said, before I got this from my friend for Christmas, thank you Michaela, I never heard about them, so it'd be nice to know what else is worth trying. But for now, I'm gonna go, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.